Hi everyone, you're welcome back to another episode of Pastry Made Easy with Queen Ola. So today we are going to be learning how to make donuts, yes, and I'm also going to be teaching you all some hacks. So let's get right into the video. In your bowl, you'll be sifting in 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/3 cup, that is 1/3 cup of sugar. You're also going to be needing 1/8 cup of milk. Remember, this is our milk mixed flavor. All right, milk mixed flavor, so it's not just milk that is in there. Then you'll also be needing 1 tablespoon of yeast. I use the instant dry yeast for this recipe, but you can decide to use the active dry yeast, which you will have to first of all proof and activate it inside a cup of warm water and also a little bit of sugar before you pour it into your flour. All right, so when I was done with that, I now proceeded to use 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Please, for the record, your nutmeg shouldn't be so much. All right, your nutmeg shouldn't be so much because it gets to a stage where sometimes, depending on the brand you're going to use, if it is too much, it may eventually change the taste of your donut. All right, so once you're done with that, you just want to add in 1 whole egg will be perfect for this recipe. Now when you are done with this, you just want to bring all your ingredients together. You want to ensure that everything is together. While I was mixing with the mixer, I added in 2 tablespoons of butter. In 20 minutes your mixer should do a very good job. All right, so also for this recipe I just used about half cup of water. All right, I use half cup of water. You don't need too much water for this recipe. So after 20 minutes of mixing thoroughly, of course we were adding the water little by little. Ensure that your donut comes out like this. That is your mixed donut. Now ensure that your dough is light. All right, ensure that your dough is light and stretchy. Okay, that's what you want. If you're using your hand, this process should take you about 45 minutes or 40 minutes at least, but if you're using a mixer, in 20 minutes you'll do just fine. So when you are done doing that, you are going to be transferring it to a bowl. Just look at the way I greased the bowl with margarine. So I added margarine to the bowl so that when it's time for us to bring it out after it's proof, after it doubles in size, then it will be easy for us to like bring it out and it won't have to stick. Okay, so when you are done doing that, just put a cling film over your bowl and then you set it aside and allow it to double in size for about 30 minutes. Okay, you just want this to prove for about 30 minutes. Now the hack I wanted to show you all is for those who do not have a parchment paper. Now if you do not have a parchment paper, you can just take up your regular paper that you have in the house and then you divide it into the different sizes of donuts that you want to make, and then you will just use it instead of you using a parchment paper. All you just want to do is to sprinkle a little bit of flour. Apologies, I didn't show when I sprinkled the flour, so that by the time we finish cutting and then we leave the dough to rest again, it will be easy for it to come out and fry properly. Now now that our dough has doubled in size, I removed it from the bowl and then I divided it into 7 pieces. So this particular um measurement gave me about 7 pieces of donuts, and I believe that this is due to the fact that I did not measure the dough. There are some persons that they divide into like 80 gram, they divide into 70 gram and all that. If you're using it for commercial purposes, then it is good for you to measure the dough so that it will have a common size, right? It will have an even size. So I did not do that to mine. I just used my discretion. I just used my discretion to like cut out the dough all right, and then I fried it, being that it was for personal consumption. So in total, this could actually give you 6 to 8 pieces of donut, depending on the size you want it to be. So I proved this donut for another 20 minutes, and then I began to fry. Now, when you are frying, ensure that your oil is not very hot. In fact, this frying method needs about, let's just say, medium low heat. Okay, it shouldn't be hot at all, like it shouldn't be so hot. Now I had to put in a stick just to show you all the, I don't know if to call it, yeah, the temperature. Yes, I wanted to just show you all the temperature of the oil, so you can see that it was not very hot. Just look at the way I was using the stick to, control it. This is the first side of it, and the other side too. You can see the second one I put, it wasn't like burning hot like that, right? It wasn't burning hot like so that. So you need some level of patience for this, and you need to be ready to stay with your donut. Please do not go anywhere because it cooks up in no time. All right, it cooks up in no time. So once your donut is already golden brown, do well to bring it out. All right, just as we did here. So this is the last batch of our donut. You can see now, one way to know that you have the perfect donut is once you put in your dough, your dough, right? You will realize that your donut is not sinking. So once your donut stays afloat, then it means that you have the right donut. And another thing I realized also is that the dough becomes lighter once it is fried. Then you know that you also did a great job. Okay. When you are done frying, do well to transfer to a paper towel, or you just drain out the excess oil, and you are good to go. Just look at how beautiful they came out. I literally couldn't wait for everything to be ready
Yes.
before I did
I
them
couldn't
because
wait.
it was really exciting seeing that I got this donut recipe right after many trials. All right, so now that we are done frying, this is the moment of truth. And guys, just look at how fluffy and soft these donuts came out. Oh my god, like just take a look at this beauty. So thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Do well to ask your questions in the comment section. Bye.